Hello and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog Fantasy Pick'em plays for Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. I can't believe I always forget the date. I can believe it because days fly by when you've got a million baseball games on at all times, and it all kind of runs together. But we are here on Wednesday. I hit a couple entries yesterday. We're going to try to do it again today. Let's see, what were some of the highlights of yesterday? Hitting a nice little 3.36x multiplier on Zach Neto total bases with Byron Buxton fantasy points. That one was nice. We got a refund on one entry because Kyle Tucker didn't play yesterday. So the Carpenter one that wouldn't have hit that didn't sink our entry. Ultimately, we got our money back. And the other two MLB entries, we went 1-2, or we went 1-1 on both of those. So if we would have rearranged those picks, things would have been beautiful. But Aaron Judge getting walked twice definitely hurt the situation. As did Fernando Tatis not hitting the ball. We hit one of our pitchers' entries as well with Tyler Mahle and Rasmussen lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed, and then Lawrence and Palante higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Bobby Witt Jr., nice dong there for us. Didn't hit the dong squad yesterday. It was not a beautiful day. And the lottos did not fully come home either. I don't know what's up. It feels like I can't pick a stolen base lately. But who cares about yesterday? Let's get on to today. And I got to remind you, if you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with the promo code DailyDog. That's DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. All right, we got millions and millions of entries today. Not really millions, but we got tons of picks for today. MLB entry number 1, Otto Lopez, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for the Marlins early 9:10 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern for this game between the Marlins and the Rockies. The Rockies have won the first 2 games of the series. I don't think that's going to happen here. I know that Freeland's on the bump. Who knows how the pitching staff is going to shake out for the Marlins. They're going to have to play a lot of pitchers. I think Freeland's going to be stranded out there, though. He's a lefty. Otto Lopez should like this matchup very well. He's been a very effective player for this team. Could be batting cleanup in this spot. I'm not sure yet, but if he's batting fourth, that's beautiful. Let's go Otto Lopez, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Then I'm going to go with Wilyer Abreu of the Red Sox, higher than 7.5 fantasy points against Soriano and the Angels. Wilyer Abreu kind of slowed down a little bit lately, last couple of days, but I'm not out on him. I think he's still one of the most potent hitters out there. I think it should be fine hitting conditions at Fenway Park, for some extra base hits for him. So get into scoring position, drive someone home. We can do that, Wilyer. So this is a little bit more of a conservative one. Otto Lopez higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Wilyer Abreu higher than 7.5 fantasy points, 2.46x. But I lost my voice. I really wanted to use Otto Lopez, though, because, he's a legacy on this show. If you watched the show last year, you listened to it when it came out, when Daily Dog was brand new, Otto Lopez was a big part of building our bankroll. So let's let's go home with the one who brought us here with this first little bit conservative 2.46x slip. All right, entry number 2. Zach Neto. I love Zach Neto of the Angels, higher than 1.5 total bases. I'm always going to be trying to back him. Again, I said that's good extra base hits, whether at Fenway. Lucas Giolito on the bump for Zach Neto. I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. Give me Neto higher than 1.5 total bases here. Get 2 knocks, get a single, or get 2 singles, get a double, get a triple, hit a home run again. You did that in game 1 in the leadoff spot. It would be really nice for you to get your total bases on your first swing of the day. I would love to see it. MLB entry number 2, second pick is going to be Yandy Diaz, higher than 1.5 total bases against Kumar Rocker and the Rangers. Rocker, he was a stud in college a couple of years ago. His major league career has not been that great. He's had one good start this year. He's missed some time. Back in the lineup here. I think that it's going to be good hidden times for Yandy Diaz and a couple more of these guys on the Rays. So give me Zach Neto higher than 1.5 total bases, Yandy Diaz higher than 1.5 total bases, 3.51x, little bonus on that one. Speaking of little bonuses, MLB entry number 3, Denzel Clarke higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Guy's on a hit streak. He started off his major league career terribly. He's hitting in like 5 straight games, I believe. He's had multiple hits in a couple of those games. He scored some runs. He's got some RBIs. I think that in this one against Zebby Matthews of the Twins, it's going to be good hitting for Denzel Clarke. He's proven that he's a major leaguer in the last couple of days. Maybe it's flash in the pan, but I think that there's something there. He just needs to get on and let the guys at the top of the order drive him home or, hit a home run. I'd be happy to see that. So let's go Denzel Clarke, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Then we're going to go with Jackson Holliday, another young player, a guy who was the most hyped player we'd seen in recent years, came out in the majors last year, did not do much, then went back down to the minor leagues. Now he's back in the majors and playing well in the leadoff spot for this Orioles team. This Orioles team is bad, but Jackson Holliday is good. Jackson Holliday higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. So Clarke and Holliday higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, each 3.78x multiplier. MLB entry number 4, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. higher than 7.5 fantasy points. You know what? Vladdy is going against a young Mick Abel, who has started once so far in his career, only 23 years old. He had a gem of a start. He went like 5-6 innings with 0 earned runs in his first start. I don't think that's going to continue. He's going to get welcomed to the major leagues by Vladdy here. And then I'm taking Jonathan India higher than 1.5 total bases. He has hit Miles Mikolas well over the course of his career. I think that continues. 3.48x multiplier with those two paired together. Okay, let's get into some of these pitcher entries. This one, again, is early game, 12:10 Eastern. Kyle Freeland plus Quantrill, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. We've seen some runs a little bit suppressed so far in the series. It's the last game of the series. It's going over, baby. I'm definitely think that this one's going to be high scoring, and I think it's going to start in the first inning. So give me Kyle Freeland plus Quantrill, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Then I'm going to go with Matthew Boyd and MacKenzie Gore, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. 2.78x on that one. So Freeland and Gore, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Boyd and Gore. I misspoke. Matthew Boyd and MacKenzie Gore and the Cubs against the Nationals game, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Kyle Freeland, Quantrill, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed, 2.78x. Pitchers number 2, Merrill Kelly, Chris Sale, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Obviously, Merrill Kelly's the best pitcher for the D-backs right now. Chris Sale rounding into form. Griffin Canning and Tony Gonsolin in the Mets-Dodgers game, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. I think Canning's having a great year, and I think Gonsolin can give you an inning. I don't know how he's looking in the 4th, 5th, 6th inning, but in the first 2 innings, I think Tony Gonsolin's going to be fine. And then I think Griffin Canning, he's had a good start. I know that the Dodgers lineup is obviously always a scary proposition, but I am going to take him. These two guys together, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. That's a 3.3x multiplier. NHL entry number 1. This one came in yesterday. We are going to go with Leon Draisaitl, higher than 0.5 goals, and Sam Reinhart, higher than 2.5 shots on goal. As I said, this one's from yesterday, so 3.33x. If you didn't lock it in, you can still get that number. NHL entry number 2, Connor McDavid. We're getting a little crazy here. Lower than 1.5 points. I know it's scary, but I think that McDavid's really going to become a factor in this series a little later in it. I don't necessarily think he's going to come out guns blazing in game 1. I think there's going to be a little feeling out period here. I think, as I said, Draisaitl's going to get a goal. McDavid, maybe an assist, maybe a goal here, but I don't think he's going to get 2 points. And then I am going to take Brad Marchand, higher than 0.5 points. He went to Florida to try to win the Stanley Cup. He's going to be guns blazing from game 1 here. So 3.27x on those two guys together. Got one tennis entry. It's a little bit of a same game entry here. Novak Djokovic, higher than 40.5 games played against Alexander Zverev. Then Alexander Zverev, higher than 3.5 break points won. I don't know why I'd have to fix that. 2.43x. Those are obviously pretty correlated, so that's why it's a lower number. But I do think that we're going long, and I think there's going to be breaks available. Lotto entry number 1. Kyle Freeland, higher than 3.5 earned runs allowed. Byron Buxton, higher than 0.5 stolen bases. He's 10 for 10 on the year. Let's see if he gets one before he leaves Sacramento. Ronald Acuna, higher than 0.5 runs. 26.43x or 13.21x if he flex it. 4.4x if it goes 2 out of 3 on the flex. Definitely worth flexing those to try to build a bankroll. Lotto entry number 2, Matthew Tkachuk, higher than 0.5 goals. Seiya Suzuki, higher than 1.5 total bases. He let us down yesterday, but he didn't have a good game yesterday, but let's see if he can do it here. Junior Caminero, higher than 2.5 total bases against Kumail Rocker. 18.24x if you flex it, 9.12x, 3 for 3, 2 out of 3, 2.84x flex. Dong squad number 1, Jorge Soler, higher than 0.5 home runs. Jonathan India, higher than 0.5 home runs. He's hit 3 off Mikolas in the past. Aaron Judge, higher than 0.5 home runs. 95.34x if it goes 3 out of 3, flex it. 47.67x if it goes 3 out of 3, 11.68x if it goes 2 out of 3. Dong squad number 2, Brent Rooker, Rook Daddy, got to do some damage on Zebby Matthews, higher than 0.5 home runs. Wyatt Langford, higher than 0.5 home runs. Freddie Freeman against Griffin Canning, higher than 0.5 home runs. 91.35x if it goes 3 out of 3. Again, as I say, flex these Dong squads. 45.67x if it goes 3 out of 3. 7.32x if it goes 2 out of 3 on the flex. Flexing these Dong squads is how you build the bankroll. NBA entry number 1 for this series, the finals, where I think that the Thunder are going to win, but I think they're going to win because they've got good role players. I think Shea is going to have a good series. I don't think it's going to be dominant scoring on a night in, night out basis. He's going to have some big games, but I don't think it's going to be every night. I think game 1, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, lower than 33.5 points. Tyrese Halliburton, higher than 17.5 points, 3.12x multiplier. Halliburton's getting 20 plus in this game. NBA series number 1, Pascal Siakam higher than 19.5 points per game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander lower than 33.5 points per game. 3x. All right, lots of entries, lots of action. That's all I got for you today. Good luck on your picks, and let's make some money.